I mean, come on. They must think you're stupid.
Now Senator Obama is out with an ad as well, pretty much the same theme. Let's listen to that if we can.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
And America is listening. Not just Democrats, but Republicans and independents who've lost trust in their government, but want to believe again. I am in this race to tell the corporate lobbyists that their days of setting the agenda in Washington are over. I have done more than any other candidate in this race to take on the lobbyists, and I have won. They have not funded my campaign, and they will not drown out the voices of the American people when I am president.
That is Senator Barack Obama during the primary campaign. He was campaigning in Iowa at the time. In your hometown newspaper this morning, this big headline, Banking on Biden. As a senator, Delaware's financial institutions find themselves banking on Biden. To some, Joe Biden's image makeover as a blue-collar warrior is slightly at odds with a blue blood company that he keeps in the corporate state. Not only is Biden a neighbor to wealthy and powerful company titans and DuPont family members, he's thrown his weight behind issues and legislation that benefited Delaware's big banking interests. This is what the Wall Street Journal had to say about all of this. Obama's choice of Biden as his running mate is coming under fire from Republicans who are painting him as an old-style insider. They cite his long-standing ties to trial lawyers and lobbyists and a taste for pork barrel spending. Biden has collected $6.5 million in campaign contributions from lobbyists, lawyers, and law firms since 1989, according to the Nonpartisan Center for Responsive Politics. Biden's candidacy also is bringing new scrutiny to his family's business dealings, especially those of his son Hunter, who is 38 years old. And that's a reference to your son being hired right out of law school by a big company here in Delaware that is in the credit card business, MBNA. He got about $100,000 a year, as I recall. You received $214,000 in campaign contributions from the company and from its employees. At the same time, you were fighting for a bankruptcy bill that MBNA really wanted to get passed through the Senate, making it much tougher for everyone to file bankruptcy. Senator Obama was opposed to the bill. Among other things, you couldn't, in fact, claim that you had a problem because of big medical bills. You voted against an amendment that would call for a warning on predatory lending. You also called for, you opposed efforts to strengthen the protection of people in bankruptcy. This has been an issue that you've heard about before. Your son was working for the company at the same time. In retrospect, wasn't it inappropriate for someone like you in the middle of all this to have your son collecting money from this big credit card company while you were on the floor protecting its interest?
Absolutely not. My son graduated from Yale Law School. The starting salary in Wall Street was $140,000 a year if he went to lawyer. Options he had. He came home to work for a bank. Surprise, surprise, number one. Number two, this is the second largest employer in the state. All the contributions added up make up less than 2% of the contributions I've received. Number three, I blocked the bank first three bankruptcy bills that the credit card companies wanted. I would not support a bankruptcy bill until they did three things. They put women and children first. Every single social welfare agency relating to alimony and child support supported this bill. 85 senators supported this bill. So try as people might to make this out. You want to know whether or not I am in the pocket of the corporate lobbyist, which it makes it apply, it sounds like it's right here. Ask the people in the industry here how happy they are. How happy the DuPont company is with me and the Hercules Corporation that I would not sign on the asbestos bill. How happy that they are with me. Look, the fact of the matter is that I have had an entire career that no one has ever questioned whether or not anybody has influenced me, number one. No group has ever been involved with contributing more than 2% to my campaign. I'm listed as the 98th or 99th or the 100th poorest guy in the Senate in terms of net worth. I have a 35-year career of being viewed, at least in my state, as being independent. And so you can take individual votes and you can talk about them, but they're totally out of context, Tom.
But the fact is, it was not just the Republicans at your hometown newspaper, consumers groups, a number of other people thought